is Kingdom Empowered a company or is it a ministry? They don't have to be mutually exclusive?
Yeah.
Or is it something, would you describe it as something that's even outside of those two things?
Yeah. It's one of those things where I want to think about it more.
Okay.
But my answer right now off the top would be that it's both. So this brings me back to something that, so I went down to Atlanta to see a friend and we got to take this tour of, there's Reggie Joyner. He's the guy who started ARM. And they do like Kidsmen stuff, all that kind of stuff.
My mom is currently, God bless Joan.
Yes.
Early 60s.
Yes.
Technology, not her thing.
Yes.
She just took a role at a church in her hometown, directing children's ministry.
Yes.
And she's like, this crazy thing.
Yeah.
It's called Orange. I don't know what it does or how to use it, but we can do anything. And I was like, cool, Mom. So she's currently in the process of trying to figure out Orange.
Yeah. So Orange they provide kids ministry curriculum all over the world, realistically, right? So Get Us Started had this idea of creating a for-profit church. Okay. And in case you can't
Different
see
than
me,
other churches.
Correct. In case you can't see me, I'm using like for-profit in quotations.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But this is what he did. So he bought this building, and on the right wing of it, the right side of it, they built out all of these kidmin rooms or kids rooms, right? And they use it as a preschool and a daycare and an after school thing for kids up to, I don't know, 12 or 15 or something, right? And they just made all the rooms. And then the middle of the building, they have a coffee shop and like co-working space that you can rent out offices. You can come and get coffee. You can work there. And then on the left side, they have some more offices, and then they have a giant auditorium. Okay. And essentially what they do in his idea of this like for-profit church thing is that they basically lease the auditorium out for like $1 a month or $1 a year, something like that, to a church. And that church has access to the building 24/7, always has the auditorium on Sundays, can use all of the kids' rooms for kids' men's on Sunday. They have a dedicated office in the co-working space, but the building itself is making money through the coffee shop, the daycare, preschool, co-working space. And then they rent out the auditorium during the week for concerts or different whatever, but a church then uses it on Sunday. So it's like this for-profit.
Yeah. That's
quote,
cool.
Air quote,
Interesting.
Church, right?
Yeah.
And I think one of the big things is that, you could get into this like crazy conversation of taxes, churches, and all of this crazy, crazy stuff, right? But I think one of the big things is that there were two of the things that were kind of put on my heart in that moment from the very, very, very beginning is that even though Kingdom Empowered will make money through a variety of ways, and it is a business, what that means is I'm going to provide for my family with it.
Mm-hmm.
What it also means is that we're going to have employees. We already have, not really employees, but we have people who work with us that we consult with. But Kingdom Empowered is going to be responsible for the well-being of a whole bunch of other people's families, because this is going to be big, right? And it has to make money. It has to do that. And the other thing that Kingdom Empowered is going to do is we're going to tithe money on our revenue, that anything that comes in, a portion of that is going to go back out. And then there will be additional offerings and different things that we can do on top of that. So the way that's going to work is there's going to be a nonprofit setup that is purely just a ministry. And that ministry's job will literally be to give money to other ministries.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how it works, but that's how it works. And then, we want to do things where one of the things that I really, really want to do and really want to, I'm really excited about doing is there's so many missionaries or pastors in lower socioeconomic places that the only way their ministries or churches can run is based on donations from people.
Yeah.
And if we can find those people, we can get in contact with them. They can make some kind of course or devotional or curriculum or something, and we can sell it on Kingdom Empowered. Then Kingdom Empowered doesn't take a cut of that. We don't take a single dime out from that. And we send all of that money back to that ministry, and then also hold them accountable for what they're doing with it to make sure they're not taking advantage of it, right? But give some of these people who are doing the Lord's work, being the hands and feet across the world, give them a way to make money, not just rely on donations. So there are things like that we want to do too.